Yeah, strength. A strength of mine would be making appealing graphics, like logos and backgrounds and different stuff like that, patterns, different things like that to really draw people in. But then I think some weaknesses would be trying to put too much, trying to crowd too much information or too much graphics, too many graphics onto one thing. And so this last 6 months or so, I've really focused on just making sure that I keep it nice and simple and clean, adding enough but not too much. I think that's really the key, is finding that balance in the hierarchy of the layout. In 5 years, I would say having my own business as a side, on the side, and then also having a full-time job, being hopefully a photographer or videographer, or even a new thing that I've been thinking about in the last few months is being a teacher. But the idea is to have, a full-time job and also focus on my side job, which would be doing photography and video for myself, being my own boss. In 10 years, that would be the ultimate goal, is being self-sustained by that business Boyd creates. That is the whole idea, is to be having my own business, be my own boss, by doing photography and video and graphics all on the side, and having it be self-sustained within 10 years. That would be the ultimate goal. And that's kind of where I see it going in the next 5, then 10 years. Something I would say that I could offer that others don't would be promising leads and profit, right? Clients want leads for their company. They want the profit, they want traffic in, and that's what I focus on. I don't focus on just pretty video or pretty pictures or pretty graphics or anything like that. While that's great, that doesn't matter to a lot of clients. I've noticed it doesn't matter how pretty it is, it matters how much they gain from it. So at the end of the day, that's the reason they're paying me, is to get them more traffic to their business or brand or whatever it may be. And that's what I offer that other people may not. I offer leads and profit. My dream job has changed like once or twice. Officially, or it used to be, I would want to be an animator for Disney. But then I learned about how much work goes into animation and all that different stuff, and I decided I didn't hate myself. So I found photography and video about 2 years ago, and that is something that I have really just flown with and soared with, and that has become a really big, huge part of my life, and has become a medium that I really love. Even though I'm still an artist at heart and I still love to draw and animation and all that stuff, my dream job would be to really do anything with video or photo. I've been working on getting bands to do photos for and video for, weddings and different stuff like that. So my dream job would really be to be a videographer and photographer full-time for myself, or even for an agency or something like that. The accomplishment I would say that I'm most proud of would be designing a logo and a little bit of branding for an accounting company, GLIS, and General Ledger Integration Specialists. And what it was for a conference they were going to, and they needed a logo and a booth design, 2 tables and a big banner for the back. And that was a lot of fun. That one took about 2 or 3 weeks to fully design out, and there were some challenges as far as how to make it stand out from everybody else. So I looked at a lot of the other competitors and everything, and I took in the fact of color, and I took in the fact of what kind of graphics are usually used at these kind of conferences, and I kind of just did the opposite. I made it somewhat bright but also clear and warm, but I also made it look a little techie, because it's an accounting company, so to make it techie they use Google Sheets a lot, so I figured making those lines and stuff integrated into the logo would be a really fun idea and show that it has to do with tech and accounting and stuff. And so, but having a company come to me for designing the logo and their background and stuff was a big accomplishment for me. And they also got a few compliments on it as well when they were at the conference. So that was just really good and fun to hear. So for projects, I don't always go above and beyond, but when it comes to doing something with video or photo, I always go above and beyond. Because I always think that looking as professional as you can will just set me out and make me stand out from everybody else. Instead of using my computer or my phone and just a crappy microphone, I'd rather use the stuff that I already have and just do the best that I absolutely can. And so for something like this, I'm going way overboard, but I love it and it's great and it works out amazingly. Being creative is what really motivates me, right? Just the idea of making something new every day or every week, whatever, just really helps me to keep going, and the excitement of making new stuff is always just so motivating to me. But there is a quote, I don't know who it's by, but there's a quote that goes, create something that doesn't exist. And it's not the most groundbreaking quote or anything like that, but that does help me remind myself, like, every time I make something, I want to make something that doesn't yet exist, that nobody's made. And that's hard to do, but that challenge is fun and it's always there, and it always pushes me to go above and beyond. The other one that I like is a shoe is just a shoe until somebody steps into it. Now, I know that's about a shoe, but the idea is a camera is just a camera until somebody picks it up, or a paper is just a paper until somebody draws on it or something like that. And so that kind of quote can go into anything, and that's what I like to think of is, you know, all this equipment is great and amazing, but it's nothing until you do something with it. And that's what motivates me every day. When I was younger, I didn't handle pressure very well. I would get very nervous and I would crumble a lot. But getting older and knowing, you know, learning how to do what I do, and, you know, all the different jobs that I've done and the different types of jobs as far as weddings or projects, as far as designing posters for people, different things like that with true deadlines, I have learned to just, when it comes down to it, when there's a lot of pressure, put my head down, work really hard, not think about the time, and just focus on what needs to get done and doing my absolute best to get it done at the best, highest quality that I can do. And that's really how I handle pressure now. I don't really crack anymore. I just more of like, all right, it's go time, it's game time, let's do this. This is what I've trained for, essentially. Yeah, how do I handle criticism? I handle criticism by not looking at it as a personal attack or, you know, somebody saying that my work sucks or something like that. I look at it more as of, you know, this person is trying to help me and they can help me. They probably see something that I haven't seen or I don't see or something like that. And so I more take it as a chance to grow and get better. And I take it as a way to, you know, they see something wrong on this project and I could fix that, and I could carry whatever was wrong in that, and I fixed that. I could take whatever I fixed and I could carry that into the next project that I do. That way I don't really make that kind of mistake again. So whether it is, you know, overcrowding a space, right? If I overcrowd something in this one, then I gotta remember, okay, hey, for the next one, let's keep it nice and simple, clean, and just get the basic necessity stuff in there. And so that's how I take criticism. Not a personal attack, but more of a personal growth. Why you should hire me? That's always a hard one. But I would say because I'm different. And what I mean by that is I am not doing it for the money. I don't do it for the money. I don't do it to just get paid or anything like that. I do it for the love of it. But I also work hard. I am not somebody who just, you know, got a lot of money from their parents and became a designer and all this different stuff because I thought it was cool. I had a talent for art and I pursued it, but I never had a true art job or anything like that. I always worked with my hands. I know how to do hard work, manual work, and I know that doesn't really matter for a designer, but that type of mentality carries over into this kind of work, because this kind of work can be very mentally detrimental as far as, you know, staring at a screen all the time, getting told what to do, getting told that this doesn't look good, you know, but that doesn't matter to me because I know at the end of the day, I'm gonna work as hard as I possibly can. I'm gonna outwork anybody, you know, and so that's why you should hire me. And also, you know, my personality, I like to bring some humor to the table sometimes and keep things light, truthful, and airy. I speak my mind, but only when I think it's right and when it's appropriate. My last few words would just be thank you for this semester. Thank you for believing in me. I can't wait for the next step in your life and my life. I think it's going to be great. And I really just hope you have a great day. See you next time.